Good old boy down in Texas, John Rudolph, that's his name. Heard him say, are you shitting me? Lord, and I feel just the same. He speaks his mind about that asinine asshole in our house. Yeah, John Rudolph, he likes to call it out. Yes, he does. Well, there's a blue dot down in Texas, that Texas Avenue. Well, there's a blue dot family in the USA. And all over this world. Yeah, there's a blue dot family.
How y'all doing, family? It is Thursday night, baby. It's time for another Blue Dot family meeting. I'm glad you're here. It's a beautiful day down here in South Texas. I hope it's been a beautiful day wherever you are. Anyway, it's showtime. Dwizzles jumped in first. We appreciate that very much. Monica Burns, one of our own admin, baby. We're glad you're here. Ardessa LD is here. Rick Dworsky's here. Pete Briggs. Joy Peters, thank you, baby, for being here. Tanya Braden. Adina Michaels is here. Jay Clayton is here, and I imagine Stephanie's there with him. And Linda Douglas. TK. I can't read. Benj. I'm sorry. Can't read my own writing when I'm writing fast. Jimmy Swanson. Micah Cruz, and our own John Heron. Here to dig up our past if we need be done. Anyway, I'm glad everybody's here. I say it's a beautiful day down here in Texas. It had a slight tinge of sewer to it today. A little scum air floating in from up north around the Dallas area. I understand it emanated from when Donnie came down here to visit Texas today, baby. And so yeah, as soon as he entered our airspace, things turned a little sour. And yeah, kind of threw up there. He came down here to hold a round table, though. Law and order round table. Of course, he didn't invite a police chief there that is it happens to be a black woman, or the sheriff there that happens to be a black man, and I think it's a county attorney who happens to be a black man. They weren't invited, baby. Yeah, you want to keep it. I don't know. I don't know what he wanted to keep it, but he came to Texas, and I'm sad of it. He's planning a rally. He is planning a rally, and I was talking to Travis and Mama earlier, and I was sitting there saying, I said, if you sat down at a table with the Ku Klux Klan, and you said, hey, boys, what day do you think we ought to have the first Trump rally? What day should we? How about June 19th? Yeah, that's a good idea. Where are we going to hold it? How about Tulsa? It's a disgusting move by a disgusting man who thumbs his nose at racism. His cabinet members, his administration, well, we don't believe there's systemic racism. So he picks Tulsa, Oklahoma. 99 years, they say, after the Tulsa massacre of 1920, when whites rose up and burned down a section of Tulsa that was Georgetown, I think it was. It was a very affluent black area of Tulsa, known for its own theaters, its own restaurants, black ownership of properties, and this pissed a lot of white people off. I read the story a little bit today on Wikipedia and how it started, and it supposedly started over an assault in an elevator, and there was no assault. The young lady that was screamed in the elevator did not press any charges against anybody. The two had known each other for a long time, but the story that came out in the newspaper was a black boy assaults a white girl. So of course the town went nuts, which at that time was heavily populated by the Ku Klux Klan. Yep, rose up, spreading all over the place, all around America in the 20s, and yeah, it reared its head in Tulsa. And at a time when our society is trying to come to terms with the ignorance of most of us, meaning white people, ignorant to the history of this country, because even in that Tulsa massacre, I must admit I didn't learn about it until late. It wasn't taught in history books anywhere in the country. It was something they tried to hide under the table. And America is trying to come to terms with being accomplice to that. To be an accomplice to everything that has ever happened in this nation. And we are trying to work our way through this and open our eyes and work together to find a better future for everybody. And then we got Donnie, who now is taking a stand. The Senate introduced a measure. Elizabeth Warren introduced it. It was a Senate plan to remove the Confederate names off of our bases, Fort Hood, Fort Bragg, those named after Confederate traitors to our country. And so, of course, back during those same times, Jim Crow, when they put up all these statues of losers, of Confederate assholes, they started naming bases of saying you talk about systemic racism that it's right there in front of you. The question is, what do we do about it? And it looks like the DOD is considering renaming these bases, and Donnie Boy is jumping up and down saying, no, we will not take the names off of these honorable. Are you shitting me? You might as well put a Klan hood on him. You might as well as what the MAGA hat stands for. Are you shitting me? Not capable of performing even the slightest of measures to ease the tensions in this country. He's still talking about law and order instead of truth and justice. He does not give a shit about truth and justice. He gives a shit about that law and order. Let's crack some heads. That'll get their attention. We need to dominate. That's Donnie. And now Milley, General Milley, the one that was caught in his fatigues out there walking, he's out there apologizing. It's something I shouldn't have done. Yeah, no shit. Anyway, Donnie is against it. North Carolina Senator Thom Tillis, he calls it political theater. They just want to play political theater with all this Confederate stuff while trying to rewrite our history. No, we're trying to correct the history. We're trying to make it in a world. Hell, NASCAR banned the rebel flag. 2020, baby. NASCAR. I heard one old boy quit. Don't give a fuck what his name is. I'll find out, because I'll drag his ass through the mud anyway. But no shit. One guy quit NASCAR, truck series. I ain't staying here if you can't wave the flag. Oh, they still wave the rebel flag, buddy. It's at every NASCAR race. Every one of them. You know, it's that flag they pull out. They call it the last lap. You know, when the last lap comes out, they pull out that white flag. Yeah, that's the Confederate flag right there, buddy. If you want to honor it, there it is. We surrender. We were assholes. You were traitors. You were terrorists against your own country. Southern pride, my ass. Anyway, what else is going on? Well, there's a video just came out. No, it's not another beating video. It's not another choking out video. Now this is showing a group of cops right in the middle of Chicago when Chicago was right in the middle of protests in the street and there was violence and there was looting going on. 13 officers are on camera lounging around in Congressman Bobby Rush's office for 5 freaking hours. Their shift. Eating popcorn, watching TV, eating the congressman's popcorn. He's a little upset about that. He says, well, how in the hell did they get in there, Congressman? You must have said, hey, boys, if you want to just come in here and just screw off for 5 hours while the city burns. A few bad apples we got. We got a few bad apples. Well, then we need to start picking them out one by one, discarding them. Turn them into cider. Anyway, there's a lot of work we have to do in this country. And it starts in my district, in my community, in your community, in every community across this nation. How all of us have to understand where we are and what time of history we stand in. Anyway, Dennis Valadez, how you doing, buddy?
Good, John. Travis.
Hey, man.
How's everything going up in your neck of the woods?
Not doing good. Finally catching up on sleep.
On some sleep? Yeah, you didn't get much for a few days, did you?
Not much.
About a week or so, a little more. Well, buddy, I tell you what, it turned into a fantastic thing. We didn't get the participation all around the world that we wanted to, but to every person that did it, it meant something, and that's a big thing, Dennis. And there was thousands, buddy, thousands, and so yeah, you deserve a little rest. You know,
Thank you.
not much. Then get your ass back to work. That's the way it is around here. Bill Jones, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How's everything up your place?
Yeah, the Carolinas still exist, Dave, even though we have the resident asshole named Tom Tillis as our senator. We're going to get rid of him in November, by the way.
Oh, I hope so. I sure hope
God,
so.
me too.
He's being, let me see, John Ossoff. Isn't he the guy up in North Carolina running against him? No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, that's in
Yeah.
Georgia. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
John Ossoff is Ossoff.
The guy running against Mr. Tillis is Cal Cunningham.
That's
He's a
right.
good
Jeez,
guy.
and how could I forget that? Cal Cunningham,
good
because
guy.
we ran 2 for Blue for Cal. Yes, that's right. Thank you, but thank you for reminding me who I'm
Yeah,
supposed
but
to
I'm
be
doing a whole lot better. I've managed to get through all my heart rehab stuff, and I had my daughter living with me for a while to help me out.
Well, good.
Good deal.
Now
Good.
she's going back and helping out her mama. You know, so
Well,
that's a good
bless
thing.
her heart.
At least I'm not driving 3 and 4 hours a day, running her back and forth to work.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Yeah, don't do that.
But,
Don't do that for a while.
by the way, I got your thing off in the mail finally this afternoon.
Ah.
So
Well, I'll look forward to it.
hopefully, I'll check tomorrow and see when the USPS priority is going to deliver it. I'm guessing Monday, probably, maybe Tuesday morning. You should have it before the Tuesday show, and I got to be watching because I can't wait to see the look on your face.
Well, boy, howdy. I'm looking forward to opening that one. Well, Bill, I'm glad you're
It'll be
here,
a good
buddy.
one.
Well, good.
Yeah,
We
always
need
a pleasure, John. You know that. Always a pleasure, guys.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. And Mitch Goldstein, are you with us, buddy?
Yeah, I'm muted, but I'm with you. How you guys doing tonight?
Pretty good, Mitch. How about you? How's Julie?
Well, she's fine. She's upstairs. I think she actually went out and had a great post-apocalyptic hair coloring experience.
Oh,
I don't know how one goes about coloring their hair at all, much less with a mask on. Apparently, it can be done.
evidently.
So I'm told.
Yeah, it's that, I guess they just wrap it around the ear and make sure that they have to do that anyway, make sure not to color your ear, I guess. I don't know. I ain't never had my hair colored, so maybe I ought to try it one day. Go in tell them I want to be a redhead.
Everything is okay. I'm disgusted at Trump too because here's what's disgusting. Here's the complete litany of what's disgusting.
All
It's
right.
not that just that Trump gets up there and says it's going to be on Juneteenth, right? That's bad enough.
That's bad enough.
Here are the things that really make me angry. Number one, Trump don't give a fuck about. Trump never knew, never will know what Juneteenth is
Nope.
or what it means to America,
And if they
especially
told him, he
Americans
wouldn't
of
care.
color.
You know, if they told him, he wouldn't care anyway. What happened? Anybody there? Did we lose everything? Because I seen a thing going.
Yeah, I noticed we were running on Wi-Fi, so I went back to cable, but I didn't think it would cut us off. Hang on, let me fix that really
Yeah,
quick.
I got a message here saying Restream is trying to reconnect.
Yeah, hang on, I'll fix that. We're still live, though, so we're good.
Are we still live on the air?
Yeah, well, because it's on this computer. Let me
Oh.
go ahead and try to fix all this
Okay.
really quick for you.
He
While
just-
I do that, though, you should
Yes.
call out these...
Let me catch up because on Friday, no. Jeez, am I getting my days mixed up? Wednesday.
Hump Day.
Hump Day. I remember that because I forgot to turn on the spotlight for Clyde. I had a few donations come in on my Wednesday rant that I failed to call out, and Travis just covered them up. There you go. Ohio Dad 70, Ohio Dad 70. My friend Joe donated $10 through Super Chat and said he has a pick throwing up a weapon. Oh, a white power. He has a pick throwing up a white power sign. Boy, howdy shit. That's just sad. Anthony Romero donated $5 through Super Chat and said, amen. I think I said something. I'm so terribly sorry. And Gary Spring donated 2 beaver bucks through Super Chat and said, love from Canada to all. Thank you very much, Gary Spring. I'm going to have that up in case that happens again. I'll be able to call it out appropriately. I'm sorry. Anyway, are we back on the air?
Pretty much, but I'm going to call you out on something really quick.
Oh, shit. What?
You know why it didn't work? Because when you move this laptop here to take it downstairs,
Yeah.
you didn't hook the internet cable all the way up. It was hanging out by a thread. So therefore, this one was your fault, not my fault. Just want to make sure everybody knows that. It wasn't my fault.
That's
Anyway.
right, Karen Benwick. Tell him. She just donated $2 through Super Chat and said, John has his hair colored by nature. How true, Karen. How
that's
true.
one way of putting it.
It's all colored by
back.
nature. What's left of it? Not much.
We're back.
TW,
I hear you.
I hear you in there, buddy. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right, except for the bullshit I seen Donnie bitch about today.
Oh, ain't it the same? It's another day, my friend.
Well, it's like, you know, I'll bet you they go in and like praise him, like Mr. Lord Trump, da 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 da, and all that bullshit. And it's like, that's just ridiculous. I mean, I'm getting tired of this. He's pissed off now because CNN actually put the right polls that Biden's kicking his ass.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't like the fact that CNN's talking
Yeah,
about that
you
either.
don't like it.
You know, he wrote a nasty letter to CNN. Stop and desist. CNN wrote back and said, fuck off. That's basically what they said in a nutshell. That's, you know, Donnie, that's who he's been all his life. That's what he's always done is send people threatening letters. I'm going to sue you. I'm going to take you to court. I'm going to cost you everything. I'm a badass, whatever. And that's his life. That's who he is. He's a scumbag in every sense of that word. You know, put any word you want in front of it. A racist scumbag, you know, a hateful scumbag, whatever you want to put.
Yeah, when you were talking about the, you know, might as well put a thing over his head. Won't fit over the hair.
Yeah, he'd mess up his hair. He wouldn't. Yeah, he wouldn't want to. That's just, you know, it's who he is. Everything that about the man oozes racism, just about. You know, I can't think of anything about him that doesn't. You know, everything that he's ever done, anything he's ever been involved in. You know, look back at his history.
What is it? Look at the 70s.
Look at his daddy's history. It's a family thing. You don't think Junior and Eric and Ivanka aren't the same people as him? You're kidding me. They were raised by the racist asshole. You know, Release the tapes from what's it? Who has that? The Apprentice tapes. Who's that guy always? Oh, if you ever saw the tapes we have.
Oh, Mark Burnett or whatever
Yeah.
his name is.
They need to.
Yeah.
They
They
ought
need to.
to. Evidently, he's in the pocket or something. I don't know.
When it comes to claims like that, like, oh, we have
Oh,
these
I
tapes.
bet there are.
I bet they
Well,
are,
then
but
put
the
it out
fact,
there.
yeah, that's the thing. I was literally about to say that. It's like, if they're not gonna fucking release the tapes, then shut the fuck up, because you're not helping the country out at this point. If you got something to really fucking hurt them, and you're not putting it out at this
Oh, do
point, you're not an ally. So, I don't know. It's. I've lost hope in that shit a long time ago, but hey, I would love to be proven wrong.
You're right, Martha Olivera. We were talking about that today. She said the snake poem was about himself, and his base didn't believe him.
Yep.
That's exactly we all remember him talking about that poem. You knew I was a snake when you let me in. Yeah, he's throwing it up in our face this whole time. Everything that he has done has been to be in your face. I'm the president of the United States, and I am the glorious one, and all this bullshit. Humble is never even.
He doesn't. He doesn't realize that you're the president of the United States, and you're actually supposed to be working for the people, not yourself.
No,
you
yeah.
lily-livered
He looks
shit.
at this through the eyes of an emperor. That's what he envisions here. That's what he sees when he looks around him.
Well, the emperor has no clothes.
That's true, my friend. When he talks about the military, he'll call it my military. My military.
Shit.
Yeah, that's exactly
Not
what
your
I said.
military.
Oh, no.
Draft dodging piece of shit.
And I think right now is although be it late, we are starting to see the stirrings of that in the Defense Department. The Defense Appropriations Bill is going to come up again. October, is the end of the fiscal year for Uncle Sam. I got to have money available to run. Well, it's not going to be so easily this time, I don't think. It has been approved 59 years in a row. No questions, Defense Appropriations Act. Here's half the fucking money that the U.S. ever has, and you go build bombs with this and leave us alone. We have to move in a different direction as a society, I think. Either way we're looking at killing people. I'm tired of that. I'm so tired of war, of violent actions by law enforcement. It's eating away at our society. And
What's that old song? Give peace a chance.
Yeah, how about that?
Yep.
Yeah, how about give peace a chance? But we're going to have a long way to go because we're a nation of laws. And because we're a nation of laws, this will have to be drawn out. These things, these new ideas that Uncle Sam has and your government has at the local level or the county level or whatever, are going to be debated by police unions and other arbitrators that are going to try to keep their little part of the kingdom intact. So it's not going to be an easy road.
See, you kind of feel like I do now. You're kind of like you're getting bent over, but you ain't getting.
Yeah. Well, you're bent over, all right. Yeah, that's the way that goes. Yes, he screwed this country over for 3.5 years. No Vaseline, no nothing, not even a reach around. He has taken and robbed the coffers as much as he can, hidden as much as he can, and when he gets his ass voted out and dragged out, he thinks he's going to get away.
Barbecue, I think.
Oh, yeah. When he's gone, when he's out, when he is gone, I will take a slight sigh of relief, but only for a while, because when he leaves, he's not going to be gone. He's going to be an ex-president. And if you think for 1 second that this asshole is going to go out the door and be quiet and give reverence to the next president, that's not Donnie. He has Twitter.
New York State might have something to say about that too.
I sure hope so.
But maybe they'll cancel his account after he's out.
What's that, TW?
But maybe they'll cancel his account when he's out.
They ain't gonna cancel nothing.
No. That's part of what America has to stand up to. The history that we write. And how are we going to write the history of Donald Trump? How's that going to go? You know, where is that presidential library going to be, built at? Fuck.
On a golf course.
Yeah, Leavenworth, more likely. Somebody said that the other night.
Probably.
Leavenworth, that'd probably be the only place.
Leavenworth.
I vote for Rikers Island.
Yeah. But like I said, even when he leaves, I don't think it's going to be a peaceful time in our country. Look at what he's doing now. He is trying to incite his people. He is this. I do believe that June 19th, Tulsa is red meat to his base, his disgusting Klan members. Look at here. I'm going to hold a MAGA rally on June 19th in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Let's make a big statement like we're not going to back down. Fuck you, you disgusting prick. He is not going to try to bring this country together. Ain't no way. He seeks to divide it at every level. And Tanya Fossey, thank you for subscribing to our channel, baby. We appreciate every new member. Thank you very much for coming. I don't know, my friend. I worry about so much. I see Ohio Dad 70 is in the room tonight. My friend Joe up in Columbus. And oh, by the way, Joe, where's that Discord chat? Catch me after the show. I'll holler at you after the show or something. We need to get your ass on Discord, him and Steve. Outstanding dialogue, baby. Anyway, there's things we have to do. Oh, you let him in here? Look at that shit. You let Johnny fly in here again.
Aw, come
Oh,
on.
man. See? And then he's got his muted and his headphones off. He don't want to talk to us. He don't want to listen to us. He don't want to do shit.
Bye, Johnny Fly.
Okay? Come on, Johnny Fly. He don't know he's live.
He's probably watching the show now, and he's going to see it in a few minutes and come right
He's in the kitchen doing something, or he'll come out the bathroom. Oh, shit, I'm live. That's what we have to warn you here on the Blue Dot Show. Baby, we pull you out of the blue room like aliens abduct people here on Earth. We just reach in there and grab you right there and drop you right in.
Yes, yes.
No
yes,
warning.
Country, we get probed every day.
Yes,
Hey!
yes. Hey.
I'm here. I'm
You weren't
here.
getting probed, were you?
Hang on a second.
Well, you had to think about it.
Well, no, you did it so quick to me again.
Ah!
I had
Okay.
my YouTube was
We are fast.
muted. I thought I'll go over and I'm gonna get a coffee, and I just came back, and next thing you know, you have me on live.
That's the way we do it here, buddy. That's the way
I
it works.
know.
There you are in your own little world thinking everything's hunky-dory, and all of a sudden, Zammo. There you go, baby.
Hey, what do you think of our law and order president? Isn't he so grand?
I am just, I just don't know what to think, Johnny. I can think lots of things.
I'd like to shit in his hat.
Yeah, there you go. There's a good one.
Yeah, that's an idea. So you have a good day today, John?
Yeah, let me think about what I did. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, yes, I
Oh my
did.
gosh.
Oh,
You
yes,
have
I
to
had to
think
stop and
about
think
it?
about it. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. What did I do today? Not a whole lot of anything.
Travis, help him out.
Well, no. I got a notice from my postman. He's like, "You come on down to the post office down there." So I did, and on my way, I stopped to check my other mailbox, and lo and behold, there's mail in each one. Yeah. See? So yeah, it's a good day.
Wow.
I heard from Buddy Davis, our good friend, Buddy Davis, out in North Carolina. I think Buddy's out in North Carolina. Jeez, I get mixed up sometimes. Who sent a nice donation. Yeah, that's what it was.
Awesome.
It was a nice donation. And, oh, buddy.
Well, what did you think of Jefferson Davis statue being knocked down too? Boy, this is
You know,
you know
It's
we're
about,
really getting into. I'm sorry, John.
I know I would be
just
happy
wanted to
about
say-
it. Go ahead, Johnny.
Well, we're getting into a new era for this country. I think it's
Yep.
a positive error. What do
Thank
you
goodness.
Me too.
I
Yep.
do
Yeah.
indeed.
Get rid of all those old ghosts.
You
think?
know,
Yeah, because that's
it's
where
not going to be
racism
easy,
started.
but we're turning at a greater degree. We're pulling the arc of justice a little bit more now, and we have a good tight grip on it, and we need to keep pulling because it's not
Yep.
going to be easy. There is
Well,
going to
all
have
right.
to be big changes in our laws, in our justice system, in our police departments, in our social lives. We have to act like the society that we claim to be. That the documents and the founding documents that we have, and the Statue of Liberty and everything else that we have, we need to start living up to those ideals to become the nation that we want the world to think we are. And the only way to do that is to actually do it. Actually do the things that we say we should be
Exactly.
doing. And this sadly, it comes on the death of so many. That's what we have to remember here is this is, you know, they've come together after for George Floyd. But look at the list before him and all the way back through history. Reading about the Tulsa massacre today because I wanted to really get it in my mind what happened. It's a long article in Wikipedia. Anyway, when you read about it, when you read about events in history that should bother us all, here it is 99 years later, and it makes your heart hurt. How can people be so savage to each other? And the truth is, we don't have to look far. It's in the fucking news. Look what we've seen just since Floyd's death, with police arrests, with police using batons, rubber bullets, gas canisters. You know, it's enough to make any American sad, and I just feel it plays into Donnie's hand because it's again a pitting one part of America against another part. He relishes in the chaos. Everything this.
Well, you know, John.
What's that? Go ahead, Johnny. I'm sorry.
What I was gonna say. What I was
I
gonna
get
say is, it's a shame that it took George's death to actually reveal. Maybe people are finally seeing now all the shit that's really going on.
That's true, Johnny. But I think what we need to realize is that George Floyd is only one of many that have been thrown on our face. The most recent, right before him, was Aubrey Abrams out in Brunswick, Georgia, where we find out not only of a horrific death, chased down, murder by an ex-cop and his son and their buddy, but that they had that video in the police in the justice system in Georgia for months. And then we've seen just the other day this body camera footage that came out of Austin, Texas, where a young man was choked out and killed. And today I'm watching. I'm sorry, I'm going to get in a rant. Today I'm watching TV and they got the producer or the guy from Live PD, the show that was on the scene that filmed Javier. I'm sorry, it's on my other page, but
Yeah, I don't know
I'm
the
sorry.
name, but I saw that.
His name is wait a minute. Javier Ambler. I'm sorry, Javier Ambler, choked out and killed by an officer. And this guy is on the TV news trying to explain. Oh yeah, well we destroyed that tape because we only keep them for 30 days, and after that we get rid of them. You fuck, you filmed a murder, and you got rid of that because it's a standard thing we do every 30 days. If you film a police officer and there's a death involved, maybe you ought to think about keeping that tape. Maybe that tape might be needed in the course of justice. And this guy's stumbling around with every freaking law. Well, we're not responsible for this, that, and the other. And, fuck off.
They could keep those tapes right next to the ground-based radar tapes from 9/11.
Yeah. There's a lot of tapes that this country will not see, and that's a
teen prison video.
Yes. There could be a long list of things that they're video of probably that we won't see because it would hurt our image in the world. Anyway, let me catch up here. Tim Torkelson just donated $10 through Super Chat and said, I love and honor what you do for our country. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Tim. The love and honor goes the other way, buddy. And our Ohio Dad 70, my friend Joe, just donated $10 and said, let me put the next president on. That's right. This is what Joe and I, let me read this. Joe and I and Steve were on the phone talking the other day. And this subject came up, and you know, it makes sense to me. Let's put the next president on a 6-month probation before letting them stay in office for their 4 years. Let's make laws against it. We have it to do it. It's in our job. So saith Joe, Ohio Dad 70, Ohio Dad 70. And yes, Joe, idea. We were talking about this because, you know, as a civil servant, when I first went to work for the Army, well, you have a time period there, a probationary period. You screw up, well, they could just sweep you right out the door, buddy. Oh, I'm sorry, we made a mistake here. You're a fuck up. Get out of here. Any job you go to, usually there's a period of time that you are judged on your job performance and whether or not you're going to be able to perform the way the company expects you to perform. And Joe and Steve were talking about this, and yeah, it would take a constitutional amendment to do it. It would be a very difficult article to do because it would be voted on by politicians. But if passed, ratified by the states, yeah, okay, we elect you. Okay, 6 months later, you're not really working out. You know, the polls here say you suck. You know, and there would be recourse. I love that idea that we could do that. The reality is we would really have to organize and persuade legislators to pick up that cause. But if there's one thing that Donnie has done, it is pointed to the possibility that might be needed, because we saw this. You know, somebody
John?
control me because I'm going on rants tonight.
Hey, John, I was just going to say, I would think we didn't have to wait 6 months to find out how Donnie Trump was going to be. We know.
Day one.
Day one.
Day
Everybody
one.
knew.
Day one.
Not even day one, hour one.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
before hour one, before he even got elected, all of it. That's what kills you. We all knew. Everybody in the freaking country knew who that asshole was. But they saw him on TV. The I don't know what crowd you want to call them. I get tired of calling them idiots. You know, these are the people that we're expecting at some point along the line to have a light bulb go off in their head, and they think, oh well, this isn't good for our country, and he's really not a patriotic asshole. He's just a pure asshole. and you know, you don't have to be a proctologist to find one. You know, he's a big
John,
one.
Did you see his most recent political ad? I laughed out loud when I first heard it. Oh
no,
this is only the beginning. Jobs are coming back.
oh, this is only the beginning. That's what I'm afraid of.
He's full of shit.
Yeah, always has been, my friend. Always has been.
Well, we got some good news today, though. Did you see all the new polls?
No, pray tell me.
Well, on several of them. There's townhall.com, NPR, Newsmax, Politico, Politics USA. They're all making predictions that the GOP will lose the Senate by as many as 4 to 8 seats.
Oh boy, that's awesome.
Yeah. I used to do it better when my shoulders were
like
better.
10 or 12, but they're all predicting the GOP losing the Senate. And it's like, well, we get rid of the Senate and we get rid of Trump. We got half the job about done. That's good.
And we have to.
Hey John, you could do cartwheels now, but you have that shoulder problem.
I could.
Otherwise,
I
you'd be
just don't
doing
want to
cartwheels.
show off my manly talents right now, or I'd just get up and do handstands, one-arm push-ups, all that stuff. Yeah, I do them all the time.
There you go.
We have enough bad news. It's nice to read some good news every now and then.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, and that's why he's all pissed off about CNN talking about the polls putting him down. I think the country is recognizing that we have an obligation right now. We can talk a good line all we want. We can put the flag bumper sticker on there. We could just go out there and root to the world how much we love our country. Now's the time to show it. And now it's time to make sure that we are an inclusive country, an inclusive society, and I think that's the biggest thing that has to change.
What's the matter
Amen.
with the right wing, the 88% or whatever? Why are they still wanting to vote him in?
Well, now
What is their
you
problem?
always want to put that kicker out there that he brags. I got 90% of Republican support. Well, go take a look at what the numbers are for the Republican Party nowadays.
What,
It's
26% or something?
I thought it was 27. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Really? I thought it was a little
It's
more than
27% of the
that.
population identify as Republican because it's
The
embarrassing
latest
to admit
numbers I have are 43% independent, 29% Democrat, and 26% Republican.
Most everybody declares independent, and because it's a neutral area, and they say I'm an independent.
Yep.
It's hard for me to go that way because that means I don't know which side I'm on. No, I know which side I'm on. I'm trying to make our side better because we can't forget when we
The
go.
good news is 61% of the independents cannot stand Trump.
There
That's
you
the
go.
good news.
That's the good news, baby.
That is good news.
Amen.
Because
Amen.
I believe the independent voter is looking. They don't want to be identified with a party, because both parties. That's what I'm trying to say. Both parties are responsible for fucking everything up. We've had this system for 230 something odd years. It is slow as a freaking turtle. As far as change to our nation, serious, meaningful change.
I don't know. We got a pretty fast turtle, so don't put turtles down again. We already got to deal with Mitch on looking like a turtle. Don't make turtles as slow as them, because turtles are faster.
Yeah,
than them.
he'll be gone in November, thank God.
A bill put forth concerning police tactics, I think it was, including the chokehold, was stopped by Mitch McConnell in the Senate today. Okay. It doesn't matter what kind of laws we come up with, because Mitch McConnell is going to be the deciding factor on what God says, I guess.
That's why he has to get it out.
This man has got to go, because he is a traitor to our country. He is, his only interest is putting judges out there, and that is going to hurt us. That is something that everybody in this country needs to be aware of and be concerned about. Is as I always say, the name of his book, Mitch McConnell, The Long Game. Mitch McConnell is not always going to be a senator. He will either be defeated or he'll freaking retire one day. He wants to be set up for the rest of his freaking life, and his kids and his grandkids and every other white supremacist in his family.
The man's 80. It's time to retire. Jesus.
Really, get out. Get out. It's disgusting the way the man. I call him racist. He's more of a money grubber.
Well, he's going to set us back for years, John.
He's a fascist, is what he is. He gives a shit less about your ass. He is highly concerned about corporations and big money donors. That's who Mitch McConnell. His wife his daddy is the biggest Chinese shipping conglomerate in the freaking world.
Yep.
The the transportation secretary, her daddy. Yep. Guess who's getting the contracts, baby? Making a lucrative living here in the Trump administration. That's what it's all about.
Yep.
That's all it's about. That's what it's been since the day one, is to steal and rob as much money as they can from this nation before they get their ass thrown out. And that's what has
embezzlement.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. No, it's thievery. It's thievery.
Well, that too.
It's a felony, I think. I mean, I think it's like a robbery because they plan it. They plan it.
And they really don't have the masks right now, but unless they wear their.
Yeah. Well,
it's like legal embezzlement. They actually get paid by lobbyists. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
As I always say, as my dad taught me, a man with a briefcase can steal a whole lot more money than a man with a gun. Anyway, Maria Betancourt just donated $5 through Super Chat and said, a Republican Ohio senator said the black community has high COVID-19 because they don't wash their hands. Maria Betancourt, are you serious? You know, the reason them black people ain't got, they get all that COVID there, you know, because they don't wash. Are you freaking shitting me?
Oh, hi. Let me guess. It was Jim Jordan.
God, I would not.
I wouldn't be surprised.
How low can the Republican Party go? How much down in the sewer do you have to go to please your master? Because a comment like that smacks of Klan talk. That's what it sounds like to me. And is that what he's trying to accomplish? To impress his boss?
Jim Jordan's getting a little worried right now because I think his ass
Every
is going to jail
GOP
at the end of the year.
Congressman or senator or dog catcher ought to be worried. You know, if not, I would consider your neighborhood suspect, baby.
Yeah.
You know, a friend of mine who has a job that entails areas was in an area the other day, and he said, "Oh, John, Jesus Christ, buddy, there's Trump signs all over the place. Trump signs all over the place." And that bothers me. It really does. Because at this point, in 3.5 years of utter chaos and bullshit and lies and golf trips and embarrassment, and you still, I got them up and down my street. But like I said, those are more pointed just for me. That's not to tell anybody what kind of, that's all for me. And I appreciate it, guys. If you're listening out there tonight, I really appreciate you putting them signs out there. Makes my day every day I drive by because the same thought goes through my head. Fucking moron, are you shitting me? Now, still this close to the election and you ain't got the hint yet? That he's an asshole, that he's a thief, that he's a liar, that he's a cheat, and everything else anybody ever called him. That's what he is. But you're still admire him so much for what? He tells it like it is. No.
Well, here's the thing. It's like what John I Fly was asking earlier about. You know, why are these people still with him?
Yes.
Why is it that I
mean, you go down the checklist. Ignorance, is that it?
Well, no, it's simple. It's a really simple answer, and it's kind of unfortunate that it has to be so simple because after everything that's happened, not only within this year but the last 3 years, for God's sakes, you would think it would have ended with kids being locked up in cages, but that wasn't it.
Yeah,
you'd think with all the school shootings, that would have been it. You would think with all this racial injustice and all this other bullshit, even though it's been going on forever now, you would think with the bluntness of not only Trump, but his administration, you would think that would spark something. It doesn't. So it kind of boils down to one thing. Ignorance? I don't think so. Because ignorant would mean they're blissfully unaware of how inept they are to this. I just think it's simple. They're dicks. They're assholes. It's that, and I hate it being
Nancy
that simple.
Kronk, I don't know why you wouldn't be able to comment here, darling.
Well, it's finally they're showing their true face. They never could before. Now they're actually being able to show it. It's the bad thing in this country.
It is.
I mean, it's sad because you would think it would be more of a, I hate looking at it like that as the answer. You know what I mean? Because it seems so simple. And the thing is like, I don't know what else there could be. Because even if they use the excuse of religion, for example, oh, he's the religious guy. Well, even still, that's still being a dick because everything should dictate that he's definitely not religious and one of the most evil sons of bitches I've ever seen in my life. So, I mean, I don't know. I just wish it was not as simple as they're dicks. But as time goes on...
It's not that simple.
Yeah.
I want to make it that way because it's easier for me to come out of my mouth that way. What it is, a lot is you have to admit you're wrong. You have to admit that you were wrong. So why do that? Why not just keep his Trump flag up there? Why not keep putting your little poster out there in the yard to prove that you're going to stand by your man? And when the conversation has gone beyond that.
But they're not afraid to admit wrong to us. They're afraid to admit wrong to each other.
To themselves.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. They have to admit to everybody and themselves that they were wrong. And that's hard for people to do.
Yeah.
But wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
And I don't care how you try to justify it within your own life. That's up to you. But you're the one that has to look at yourself in the mirror. You're the one that has to look down that path you just walked.
Yep.
And you're kicking up a lot of sand spurs in your life. Well, geez, buddy. you're on the wrong path.
Wonder if anybody outside of Texas know what a sand spur is.
Oh, I'm sure everybody knows what. Y'all know what a sand spur is. Everybody knows what a sand spur is, I would assume. I'm waiting on somebody to go no. Everybody knows what they are, and I think everybody's had several of them in their lifetime. Oh, Lordy. I get so concerned, because the time is getting nigh. 5 months here, we're going to vote. In every opinion piece and articles that I see and read, continually talk about what is going to happen when he loses. Because I think in my mind, I've just about, of course, I've been here before, and so have you. We were all there when we thought Hillary was going to be the president. But now, once bitten. But we have this feeling in our heart that this is a truly big shift in our country. And we are going to take the White House. I believe we are going to take the Senate. We are going to retain the House. And we are going to see a change not only in national government, but in state governments. I believe you're going to see more Democrats elected to governorships. I hope here in Texas we turn blue this time. It is,
Amen.
So within the power to do this. But the articles I keep reading, well, he's not going to leave. What are you going to, even Joe Biden, well, the military will escort him out. That's not what I'm worried about. Getting him out of the White House physically, not a problem, baby. U.S. military, they it's in the Constitution. They'll come in there and take your ass out.
Yeah, and if he doesn't leave peacefully, they shoot his ass out.
Well, they won't shoot him, but they'll forcibly remove him.
God, though, I just hope it does not come to that. He would surprise me.
He would love it.
Yeah,
he would love it. It would inspire.
He'd be a martyr.
That's right.
He'd be a martyr.
Yep.
That's what I'm afraid of. The inspiration he is trying to give to his minions. How far are you willing to take this shit? Because it will mean people's lives.
To come on the thing, because I know Travis was talking and then I got cut off, but like I said, the Senate and the House and everything, they're supposed to be working for the American people. That's what this whole doggone thing is supposed to do.
That's what we've been sold.
Working for us. But it seems to be they're working for themselves lately, and people are getting tired of it, I think, finally.
Yeah.
Amen, Miss Nomad. Once we rescue America from the Republican Party, from the Russian assets, then we can focus on fixing America, fixing our policies, politics, and making America better. Amen, Miss Nomad. I'm right there with you, baby. Where's it? She gets her going. That she's right. She's right. Once the election is over, that's when the work is going to start. S.C. Smith, what are you doing in here, buddy?
I know what
I snuck in, and Travis, I do know what a sand spur is.
Well, see, I know people from the South for sure know it, but any of my friends up north, they're like, what the hell is a sand spur? And I figure because they may not have dry grass up there.
Another word for stickers. They're all over the damn place.
I lived on 5 acres one time when I was a kid, and about 3 of it was nothing but sand spurs.
Oh, that sucks.
And I'm sure you know what a goat head is, too.
Yep. I've spent many days picking sand spurs out the shoelaces.
Hell yes.
Off my pants.
Yes.
Out my ass.
Off my dogs. Off my cats. I got to pet one of them, Cotton. He's very fluffy, pure black, but got that longer hair. And he'll come up here on the porch, and I'll go to pet him, and it's like, all right, got to pick out all the sand spurs out of the tail, get them out of the belly. He's out there rolling in the grass, having a grand old time. Maria Betancourt just donated $2 through Super Chat and said, it's Senator Huffman, per the Washington Post. Oh, Lord. So saith Maria Betancourt. I forgot what we was talking about. Senator Huffman per the Washington Post. Thank you, Maria.
Except wash your hands.
Huh?
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Washington. It's Senator Huffman. Really? Yeah, and black people gay because they're not sanitized. They're not sanitary people.
God, that shit
that
just pisses me off.
just how can that kind of ignorance come out of somebody's? It's 2020, with the national conversation going on right now. It seems like that kind of a statement is intentional.
Come on, people. We don't live. We don't live with outhouses in our
Johnny
backyards
Fly, buddy, what are you
anymore
doing?
and stuff like that.
Y'all,
Right.
yes, Johnny Fly. What are you going to say, Johnny Fly? What was you going to say?
I do. What's
Buddy, you cut out on me. I didn't.
Oh
hear.
yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, let me get this out of the way. John I. Fly just donated $20 through Super Chat and said, America must realize we are going backwards as a nation and we need to vote out Trump come November 3rd. Fuck Trump. So saith Johnny Fly. Yeah. What were you saying, Johnny? Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate it. Y'all are very kind to us. This all, we get this donations that come in once a month. These donations we'll get next month. And indeed, they are improving the way we do our new router. Oh, I was mad today. I was ready to bite bones.
You got it?
I called my provider 3 times today. We got our router. We got our router the other day.
Hang on, I'm on the edge of my seat because I don't know what he's about to say because I don't know what happened.
Oh, yeah, you weren't around. You weren't around. I was ready to boil. Ask Mama about it. So I'm sitting there, watching the iPad, Mama's iPad, watching CNN, and all of a sudden, bink, there it goes. And I don't know what the shit happened here. So I go to another, I can't get that. It says your internet service is out. What? Okay, so I wait. It doesn't come back on. I go over to the router, and all the lights aren't white. There are 3 of them that are amber. Does that mean something to you?
I mean, it depends on which lights are amber.
In the center.
Those don't matter. The one that matters is the one toward the far left.
Anyway. You and your lights. So it's not working. So after a while, this is okay. I'm calling G-Tech, and so I call him up, and the lady says, "Oh yes, we're experiencing a difficulty out there. It should be on within a few minutes." Okay, thank you very much. Well, another hour goes by, hour and a half goes by, and still no internet. Now, mind you, the last time this happened, the internet service went offline, went out of service. And then they came back on service, except I didn't know that because the router fried, our brand new router fried. Anyway, so we get with the router company, get a new router. We get it back here. Their tower goes down. All of a sudden, I'm sitting there hours and hours when they say, "Oh, we'll be on shortly." They're just doing an adjustment on the tower. Okay, and so I called them 3 times. On the 3rd time, I said, "I got a recording. We're having trouble in the Blunser area, And
oh my God! Now I'm thinking about it. I swear to God, if we have to go through this again.
Yeah, well, that's what I was worried about. Then it came back on finally, so my heart rate went back down, and I forget.
Well, you need an internet company that can be competition for them. They sound like they're a shitty company.
Well, they're not a shitty company, but their popularity has grown, their usership has grown, and I think they're trying to keep up with that demand. And
my problem is this, and I think this is a fair thing to say. For as many times it goes out, we still have to pay for those days that we didn't have it. And if it's like a week or 2 out of the month, where it's out or very, very slow, I look at that and kind of look at it as a problem, So
I love you, Joe.
I would call them and say, I ain't paying for this. Every day it's out, $10 less.
Well, it gets at a point when you're watching a movie, and all of a sudden you're watching a movie, and there it goes off. What?
Well, what you should do is tell them that
back
you
on,
need credit.
but you just lost the line in that movie.
I agree.
Yeah, I know. I was doing the same thing today because I was calling my provider because I was like, okay, this doesn't make sense. You've got this all screwed up, and it's saying I'm like burning through data, and I'm like, hold on a minute here. there's no way because it's unlimited and this and this and this and this, you know.
Right.
And they're like, oh, we forgot to change that over. I said, well, that's the third time and the second bill. And I'm like, you guys better get on the ball. Or I'm
How about I
canceling it
forget
right
to
now.
pay you and you just leave my service on? Would that
Don't
be
worry.
okay?
If,
Yeah.
Would that be okay?
If Starlink ends up being a thing here pretty soon, we're finally going to have another option. Right now, there is no other option. If we went with another provider, we wouldn't be able to bring you guys the show. It's that simple. It sucks. But don't worry. Every single one of us here is itching and waiting for a new provider to come out. And I'll stoop as low as Starlink if I have to, if that's my only option. Because we might actually be able to upgrade ourselves to the 21st century internet at that point.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
That'd be cool. Just want to correct and let everybody know here, because my buddy Joe up in Ohio, Ohio Dad 70, just donated a $2 to Super Chat, and he said, just put he says, I wash my hands every birthday. So saith Joe. So saith Ohio Dad 70. And what's more important than that? Once a year, it does it good. That's sad, isn't it, Joe? That a senator would be so ignorant as to utter such ignorance out of his mouth on today's day.
Was it aimed particularly at black people? As it sounds like he said that with the hatred in his voice.
Well, I haven't heard the tape, but a senator right now saying that the reason that the COVID is worse on black people is because they don't wash their hands. That's pure ignorance.
Racist.
I think it would have more to do
Hey,
with
I thought we were paying for this like True Entertainment where you guys could pull up stuff now.
Who was?
I could, but I'm having Dad be able to see himself on the monitor.
What?
It would take me a minute to be able to pull things up. Just for now.
Well, it's not a beauty contest, Travis.
Not for you. You're not the one on camera. It is, man. Okay, lived it. Donated $10 through Super Chat and said, salute Blue Dot family. You guys are on the beach with a foothold. We can form up right here. There needs to be an election access and watch movement. Fascist plots are ready by the traitor-in-chief. So saith lived it. And he's right, baby. We do. Look what happened in Georgia the other day.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to look any farther than that to think that you're confusing me. It's like a bug just flew by. Thank you.
You're talking to me.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. It's like something moved on the screen. I'm like a cat. It's like a laser beam.
I'm going to have to make a shirt that's
Squirrel.
just you screaming squirrel.
No, yeah.
And by the way,
make it a squirrel with Trump's
shit,
hair.
y'all said squirrel, and now I done forgot. Where's Chris? I seen Donna Bonacosi just said hi, Chris. I would imagine that is Chris Kloss. I hope it is. Donna Bonacosi, how you doing, darling? I hope everything's fine in your world. You made everything fine in mine, baby. And how's Fred?
Travis.
What? Oh, yeah,
Hey,
I'm not
Travis,
Travis.
you're
That's
gonna
right.
have
That's
to
that
make
other
cue
guy.
cards for John.
2 cards? What cards?
Cue cards.
Yeah,
Cue cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 cards.
I know.
One that
cards.
says that's true, and the other one says that's correct.
There you go.
2 cards,
wow.
you can hold them up.
Yeah.
We need cue cards. So
There has been so many ways. Yeah.
Just, you're right.
I can make a video and
You're
it'd be
right.
hilarious as shit of the freaking ways John has tried to remember everything. I have finally just settled back to the basic notepad I have in front of me, and I got stacks of them now. And
Well, you know what? I think would be a good idea.
What?
Is to make a tape of it's called bloopers. John Bidavou's bloopers.
He's been collecting them for the last few years.
you ought to see the desktop here. It's full of them. I'm serious. Little clips, maybe 2 seconds long. Some of them 25 minutes long. It just.
I think the one I got a kick out of was the night that you were recording, and then you were like done with your rant, and you looked down and you're like,
Oh yeah, I'm
"Who
streaming.
the fuck was I streaming to?"
I was streaming. I can't stream. I'm not hooked up to anything. I can't fucking stream. Shit, I got to do it all over now. Yeah. A Blue Dot Beauty Contest. Miss Blue Dot. Yeah.
We love you, John. We
Huh?
love you.
I love you
We
back.
love you.
I love y'all back. That's what this is. Y'all make me feel good. I'm about as ugly as a mud fence. I know it. I'm blessed that my wife still loves me and hangs around and
I just worry every time you go to light your pipe. I'm afraid your beer's going to catch on fire.
yeah, no, I keep that plenty away. But
No.
I've grown so accustomed to this beard. It's gonna be, it's coming off when he leaves, but man, I'm gonna miss it. It's been a toy for me. It's like, yeah, I ponder, I jerk on it, I pull on it to make it grow longer. Come on, you got another quarter inch out of yeah.
I was late getting in here tonight. Actually, as soon as I went to
Well,
the
we noticed
blue
that, but we
room,
weren't going to say anything. We were trying to be polite, but go ahead.
Travis pulled me in, and just yeah, this is just one of those days where I need to hear somebody else talk. Tell you what, I'm like right now, as of today, I'm over 2020. 2020 can go fuck itself. I'm done with this year. I'm it's just there's a band back out in the 90s that put out a song called Good Year, and basically the chorus was, it's been a good year for bad days or a bad year for good days. And I'm just trying to figure it out
Good
right
way to
now.
put
I
it.
just I just got hit with some news today that just, it's like, getting kicked in the stomach, and and it's been on my mind all afternoon, and that's why I was kind of late and even jumping in, because it's just something I've been having to deal with. But I figured I need to at least get in the blue room, because I needed to hear some people, some conversation, either if it was here in the live show or in the blue room. I just needed to hear some other voices, because it's just been one of those
Well,
days.
buddy, is it something you want to talk about on live? If not, we'll stick your ass back up in the blue room.
Well, no. I mean, let's. I found out today that one of my best friends, I consider him a brother, not a friend,
Right.
has become greatly ill. Not with
Lord.
not with COVID, but he went in the hospital Saturday night and had his appendix removed Sunday, and the news has gotten worse. So it looks like he's dealing with a pretty bad case of colon cancer.
Oh, Lord.
So
Wow.
Oh, Lord.
so
Sorry to hear that.
it's like I said, it's just one of those things that just kind of, when I heard it and found out about it, just kind of, it's like being kicked in the stomach. It's like
Yeah.
I mean, me and this guy are real close. We've been close for the last 20 years. We spend a lot of time healing each other. I mean, my God, if I didn't meet this guy when I met him 20 years ago, there's no telling what kind of person I'd probably be today. It was just one of those times in my life where I needed somebody to, like, kind of get me out of that dark place that I was in. And, I met this guy within, it was like his second day of moving to Tallahassee. I met him, and we just one of those things, you know what I'm saying? And me and this guy, I mean, he's like a road dog. We spent many a nights out on the road playing music together, just being, good friends. And he's like 4 years younger than me, and we're both kind of the same. We haven't had our checkups. We haven't been to the doctor like we should have been doing for the last 10 or 15 years or so. We've just been kind of stubborn to our own health,
Right.
And it's kind of one of those things where
we all think we're invincible, bub. We all think that not going to happen to us, and believe me, it does. If it hasn't already, it will at one point in your life.
Yeah, the
Walk
same
up and
thing
kick you
happened
in the
to me.
balls.
The same thing happened to me. I didn't like, my brother kept bugging me, go get a colonoscopy. I'm like, I don't feel like having stuff poked in me and all like that.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing I went at 62, because, I mean, I have to go. They say up to 5 years I have to get myself checked out because of possibility of getting cancer. But they believe they got it all out. So, SC, I feel for you. the only thing I could say is, be there for your friend. Be there,
Yeah.
and
Well,
it's a battle. They can
yeah.
fight it, but
I
be
haven't
there for him.
I haven't talked to him personally. I do believe he's having surgery Saturday.
Yeah.
So
We'll
we'll
send
see
him a
how
card.
that goes.
Yeah,
And
send him a card.
so yeah, but
Well, we
it's one
hope
of
the
those things.
best
The
for
last
you, bub.
Yeah.
it's one of those things. This last time I seen him was for this whole COVID thing. Broke out.
Right.
It's like, so it's like, okay, it's just things are just fucked up.
They
It's
are.
kind of it's starting to get to me a little bit.
Yeah.
And I just kind of I'm just lost for words a lot of times these days.
Yeah.
So it's good to hear other people talk, and
Yeah.
and I'll jump in when I feel I got something to say. But I'm here.
Well, you
I'm
don't
here.
have to force yourself, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand. I
We
just, like I
care,
said,
SC, we care.
it's been the last couple of weeks. It's just been like, my God, I haven't really known what to say about anything, to tell you the truth.
I saw a T-shirt the other day. It said, I don't know if it was online. It said 2020 sucked, and I think I can agree with you on that.
Yeah.
But it's not the end of the world. It's bound to turn brown. But like I said, just let your friend know that you're there. Send him a card or whatever, and if you're a praying man, pray for him. I don't know what else to tell you, but
Yeah. Well, I sent him a message. Told him, I was thinking about him, that I loved him, because I do. I mean, shit.
good.
You know.
Yeah.
But so, like I said,
You got us as a
I'm
family,
sure.
I see.
I'm sure he's got a lot of things he's going through, and I mean, I'm pretty sure there's not a lot of people he's talking to right now. I mean,
Yeah.
there ain't no telling,
Well,
what's going on.
FC, you got us as a
Wouldn't believe
family
what
if
he
you
said
ever
about
want to
you.
talk.
Yeah, I don't want I don't want to go into too much detail, SC, but I'm there with you. I don't like talking about it online much, but
Oh yeah, I feel you, because that's why I told him. I'm not going on Facebook and telling you, brother, because it's between me and you. It's between me and you.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's what I was gonna get at is I got some health scares going on in a friend circle with me right now,
We
and
got health scares going on all over the place.
all over the place, and I know about the whole being done with 2020. Before 2020, 2016 was that year for our entire family. We had everything going wrong in 2016, and like Rose, lost her dad that year, and that was a scary trip. That's a story. Maybe one of these days I'll tell that story, because that was a trip, having to go to Nebraska in one shot for that funeral and all that. That was like 2016 was horrible, but now 2020 is just like we can top it.
All you have to do is look in the chat right now.
Yeah.
You have to look at, because there's so many of us that face this, and it's devastating. It's personal.
Yeah.
It gets deep, and man, we hope the best for your friend, buddy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get at. Is like we all got stuff going on, and the good thing is we have each other to have to fall back on if we had to.
So I am glad that you said that you wanted to come in there, the Blue Room, and talk to people.
Yeah.
And that's to remind everybody out there that the Blue Room is always open 24 hours a day. If you want to have somebody to talk to, usually there's somebody in there. It's a fantastic place that has developed out of this Blue Dot family. And remind you, all we did was put the place there for y'all to meet, and y'all have well taken advantage of that. So, jump in when you can.
Yeah.
Bernadette, are you with us, baby? I see your mic off and your headphone off, but you're in the room, baby.
Remember, we can turn this year around on November 3rd, guys.
That's it. November 3rd, flush the turd.
Yes. At least with one fucking
November 4th, barbecue, everything.
Yes. Well,
Or like I tell my Republican friends, it's very easy. It's just like driving an automatic.
Yeah.
D for forward and R for backward.
Yeah. R for going backwards. Sir
Yeah.
William has subscribed to our YouTube channel. Sir William, we appreciate it very much. And Philip Alvarado donated $20 through Super Chat. Y'all are being very kind to us tonight. John is a card-carrying member of the Beer Drinkers of America. I'm donating for tomorrow's beer from Zamboni Man. Outstanding Zamboni Man. He is come to the Blue Room, and you will find out who Zamboni Man is. He has been on the show here also, I think.
Yeah,
yeah,
last
we've had him
episode.
live. This I always say it all the time. This family grows because of y'all. It's not because I'm up here running my mouth. It's what this family provides to each and every one of us, and I'm just so proud of it. You know, I'm throwing it back at y'all. Y'all, John, you're a good guy. No, it's just family, baby. It's just family, and that's what makes it grow.
Amen.
But we want to
Hi,
thank
John.
everybody. Hello, Bernadette. How are you, baby?
There she is.
I am doing very well after having a few days off. And SC, may I suggest take the time for yourself and for your friend, and just take some time off from the internet. It doesn't.
Amen to that.
It's not gonna go away. You're not gonna miss much.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the
it'll be
time
right
off
here.
can do you a world of good, honey.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
Lone Wolf is
I feel
reminding
ya.
you that you still have 3,462 hours that before we have to get rid of his ass. So
He's supposed to put that in days.
I like the
supposed to
hours.
make that short time loan.
3,462
Short time.
Come
hours.
on, loan. Yeah.
A man who's on a
You need it
mission.
in
That's what
days,
that is.
not hours.
That's it.
Yeah, really.
Bernadette,
Yes, sir.
how is everything up in your world, though? Is it going good?
Everything's going good. I've been out in the garden planting, and it's kind of cool today. We've had a couple of cool days in a row, so that does wonders for the garden.
Outstanding.
And I finally got my lawnmower fixed, and yes, I'm ready to get out there and go do that. And John, I have to tell you, I've been thinking about this. You know, this whole thing that's been going on with the racism in this country, and you know, I know my history, and I've done a lot of it, and I'm teaching a lot of it, and I'm exhausted. And I've come to the conclusion that I'm going to just call everybody and treat everybody as a human. And that's how I want to be
That's
called.
what we are. Amen.
I
go.
am a person with more melanin in my skin.
That's
and
all.
so that makes me just a little darker than you. But you are my brother, and I have lots of brothers and sisters in this family.
Amen.
And we're all human. And this is how I'm going to
Amen.
call people from now on. I'm not black. You're not white. We're just human. We're just
That's
one.
it.
Now we're
One
all
race,
beautiful.
one family.
Yeah,
Amen, Bernadette.
it's not a
Amen.
hard concept to you know.
It's
But
not
that's
hard.
what we've been taught in this country, and that's what keeps us separate. And I'm changing my lexicon and how I deal with people. And that's where it starts for me. It's for me.
well, you know, Bernadette, I think you speak for everybody because every one of us that are wanting and demanding that change. I think it was Obama, I think, that once said that change comes from within. The change
Yeah.
starts in each and every one of us. The
Yep.
change can't become a societal change until that change becomes clear in you. And bless your heart, Bernadette, I think that's a fine way of saying it.
When I started thinking this way in the last few days, my world got a lot more peaceful, and I wasn't so outraged. And yes, don't get me wrong, fuck Trump. That'll never change. Okay.
Amen.
Yeah, there's only so much of that nice shit we can put up with.
Yeah,
you
I'm
have
not
to draw
done
a
with
line.
his ass yet, not till
Yeah.
he is gone.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck
No,
him
that
and
will-
everything that he promotes and all his racist bullshit and that little fucker Stephen Miller. Jesus Christ, what the fuck do these people know about race? Period.
Nothing.
They don't know anything about
Nothing.
government, period.
Nothing.
They know how to exploit it.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
they
what they
know how
know.
to keep the pot stirred.
Yes.
And this whole Juneteenth thing, he can't take that away from
No.
us. Fuck
No.
him.
And,
Fuck
and,
him.
and can you imagine, Bernadette, even if he comes out there and says he's going to try to make a kumbaya moment and bring the nation together, he couldn't do it.
That's not possible.
It's not
That's not
possible coming
with
out of
him.
his mouth.
no.
And
Because
you know,
everybody would know it
actually,
was insincere.
John, I really want him to continue to do what he's doing, because all that he is doing is letting the people know
Yeah.
which side of this flag he stands
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Did-
Okay.
Yeah, I think
And
Did
he's
you see the
sending
comment
more
they
and
made
more
about-
young people to the street to get registered to vote his ass out
That's it.
come November, and we need every vote that we can get.
And
Fuck
that's
Trump. Keep doing you, homie, because you're on your way to jail.
what was it they were
And I
making
think
fun
you're gonna lose your job.
Biden being in his basement. And so shit, somebody said, well, he might as well stay there. He ain't got to do nothing. Donnie's out
don't
there
have to
beating
do
his
shit.
ass,
Yeah.
his own ass.
And they're absolutely right.
Yeah, but he has
You're
not been in his
absolutely right.
basement. He has been out there active, and I'm glad
Just
to see
tell
that.
us who your VP is going to be,
Yeah.
and let's get on and let's do this
yeah,
shit.
that needs to
Yeah,
come
let
soon.
Trump. Let him keep running his mouth, because from what I
He's
understand, I
already shown some
his-
signs the last few days. So.
some of his advisors don't want him to do this whole speech where he's supposed to come out and try to, console the country.
Oh no, the whole world needs to know exactly which flag he stands under.
Yeah.
We already know.
Yeah.
The Russian
So
flag.
maybe
Yeah,
NASCAR
there you
can
go.
donate to his campaign all the flags that they're trying to get rid of, and he could go wave them at his Klan rallies.
Now,
I know where
and
this
you know
man's
that is not
intentions
going to
are.
be easy for the NASCAR fans to accept. And personally,
No,
I could give a
no.
freak less
No.
Yeah,
what
I
they
could either.
what if you have a problem not flying that flag.
Bravo.
You're the asshole
Bravo
we're
for
talking about.
NASCAR.
Yeah. Yes. Bravo
You know,
for
I might-
NASCAR.
I actually like watching car races, and I might start watching that shit. Bravo for
Bernadette,
NASCAR.
I'm
Okay?
not gonna let you come on here and lie. You're
Well,
watching it for the same reason the rest of us
But-
are. It's not the
But
race,
if you
it's the
put out
wreck.
racing games
How many
on-
more
on
laps
the- on
before
the
they wreck, honey?
PS4?
Come on. Yeah, this is getting ridiculous. Ain't nobody run into nobody in the last 15 minutes. What kind of race is this?
Been an hour and a half. We haven't seen it.
Haven't seen
pile
it. Yeah.
What was the thing? NASCAR responded to that one driver that said he was quitting, and
Yeah.
they responded back to him where you've upset more races than you've actually won or something. I can't remember what the tweet was. Right
They
there.
should have just tweeted, "Bye, Felicia."
Bye.
Right. That's what
See
I
you
would've
later.
did.
Yeah, that guy was in the NASCAR truck division. I don't know his name.
Yeah, no one knows. I mean, like I said, that's what they were saying.
But
No
they
one knows
should.
who the fuck you are anyway.
You know, it's
one knows
assholes
who the
like
fuck
this
you
that,
were
yeah, I
anyway.
want you to know your name. I want the freaking world to know your name. So next time you go for a job applicant, let me see, Google this guy. Okay. Oh, shit. You're that guy? Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Anyway, Ohio Dad 70, my friend Joe donated $2 through Super Chat and said, to the Republicans in November, the bill comes due. So it does, my friend. So it does.
Amen.
And we demand
There's-
payment.
Vote
in
'em out.
full. And
What am I-
Teresa
what am I-
Diggum donated $2 through Super Chat and said, Antifa is propaganda, stands for anti-fascism. And that's what I am, baby. I am anti-fascism, so I guess I'm Antifa too.
I guess I am too.
Yeah, I guess we all are. I don't want fascism, and that's exactly who this is. That is what the Republican Party is trying to deliver to America. Fascism. It's a country built on corporations and providing a workforce for them, a labor force, somebody to turn the cogs, get caught up in the gears. That's our job
Hey,
out
John.
here. Make it happen.
One of my
John?
favorite drummers. Go ahead, Johnny Fly.
I was just going to say, did you see what Joe Biden, was it today or yes? He said
What did he say?
that
What did
he
he say?
really believes that Trump is going to fight it if he gets defeated, which I believe he will,
Yes.
that they will have military people that will physically, forcibly remove his ass from the White House.
That's the way it would have to be if he refused to leave on January 21st when swearing in of a new president. It doesn't have to be in front of the Congress. I don't give a freak where it could be. Wasn't Johnson sworn in on an airplane after Kennedy was shot?
Yeah. Yep.
It doesn't have to be anywhere. They swear in Biden somewhere. All of a sudden, Biden is commander-in-chief, and that guy is nothing but a civilian. He's an ex-president.
Well,
Give him
the thing
put your
is,
hand
is
up here
we're-
when you shove his head in the car to arrest him. You put your hand up there. You can go ahead and protect his head. We don't
You know,
mind.
the funny thing is why he's going to be at the inaugural. They're already
Now,
throwing
think of that
shit
too.
to U-Haul.
Think about all the things that this nation has stood for, and then that simple statement of TW's. Think about the inauguration. Can you imagine Donald Trump sitting there behind as Joe Biden is sworn in? I don't think so. And Raptor Quill 303 donated $20 through Super Chat and said, "Love you, John." Raptor, I love you back, buddy. Thank you very much. That's very generous of you. Trish Nona just donated $10 super chat. Thank you very much, Trish Nona. Y'all are being very kind to us tonight. That goes so far. I
You know, maybe he won't be at the inauguration because he'll already be on his way to jail.
maybe
I
so.
would hope
That would be
so.
good.
I kind of agree with Bear's death. Can I say that on
They
there?
might have to drag his ass out.
Jail in January,
Yeah, they might.
autopsy in
Yeah.
April. I don't know.
Then we need a big party. to
It could
celebrate.
happen. There's a lot of people in prison won't like his ass.
I'm pretty sure some people already got.
How you
plans to
doing,
have
Chris
a big-
Kloss? I appreciate you, buddy. Glad you're out there. He's the magic man up in Michigan. Up in
Hey, isn't he the B
Massachusetts.
guy?
Huh? Yes, he's the B guy.
Isn't he
honey
the
guy.
B guy?
See, Chris?
Yeah, he met.
Everybody knows Chris Kloss.
Too. I saw that picture.
Oh man. Oh, did you seen that picture of his mead?
Yeah. I
Ain't,
saw the picture of the mead.
isn't that
Is
amazing?
what caught my eye.
I've never seen anything like that. I guess
That,
and you ought to. I'm
That's
telling
cool.
you. I'm telling you. There ain't.
don't even get me started. I'm a big
Oh,
honey
Maestro,
fan,
Maestro!
too,
Every time I see
okay?
him, you ain't heard from Chris, have you? No, and I ain't gonna ask him either. Chris, I know you're listening, buddy. Yes, Chris Kloss is not only a fantastic chef, as can be seen in food porn. He makes an outstanding mead, and a guy with class that just runs all over the place, baby. What are you looking at? What are you looking at?
I need it.
You need it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What you gonna pay me for it? Yeah, I run it out by the minute. Clock running.
Oh, well,
All right.
we'll figure that out.
Anyway, yes, that's the joy in so many things that I have that this Blue Dot family has seen fit to send me. The most joy I get is the things that people that make or have their hands involved in it. The quilt that we have is just precious to us. The cookies that Connie Burnett and Tamara Harrington sent to me all the time. That is what? Breaking news.
Oh no,
Donald,
that's not what I sent you, or that's not what I. What are you reading? I left you something. Did you hit a button? He hit a button. Give me
I hit
that
a
damn
button.
thing.
I hit a button. There's a breaking news. Donald Trump has been arrested on the steps of the. Oh, I thought you took it away. I was just fixing to give you the headlines. Anyway, let me catch up here. Man, y'all lived it. Donated $5 through Super Chat and said 4 weeks per month. How do we get 4 scheduled things a month? Each person we elect in November must report to us at the end of the month. Like bills. Hey, I kind of like that idea. See, we get them on probation. So saith lived it. You get a report card at the end of the month. So like the bill.
Ah, you suck.
Yeah,
Get
you
out.
suck, buddy. Old Bat with 2 cats just donated $15 through Super Chat and said, I would love to see Trump handcuffed and face down on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. Fuck Trump. So saith old Bat 2 cats. I think that's the sentiment a lot of us have.
I could see Lincoln, the statue of Lincoln, smiling as it happens.
There you go. Joy Peters just donated $25 and said, if we all just follow the golden rule, what a different world we would have. So saith Joy Peters. And I want to call out another donation that was made anonymously. You know who you are, and we appreciate that very much. This family has been very kind to us.
I got to thinking about this. It's like, he gets to basically go however he wants to go. He can't take like Air Force One because his plane's already there parked. But he gets to take Marine One. It won't be Marine One then. It'll be whatever the call sign is. But he basically goes up. I bet you everybody's going to stand up and go, fuck, we got him out. All right.
Yeah, no shit. You'll probably go to get on the helicopter to leave, and there'll be toilet paper on his shoe. I'm swear. Are you shitting me? Look who just showed up here out here. Thomas Morgan just donated $2 through Super Chat. Thomas Morgan, the Picasso of the resistance. Thank you very much, my friend. I got your email just a little while ago. And did you put it up yet?
I'm going to do it as soon as the show's over. I was going to do it earlier, but got distracted with running
It was
the show,
suggested in our Blue Room the other day. Again, come by the Blue Room. It's just a lively place to be. And because I was dismayed a bit because Thomas Morgan, who I consider to be not only an excellent artist, just truly fascinating, I would just truly love to crawl in his head. Yeah, right where I could see where those ideas just come right to his hand to draw. Anyway, Thomas, what we are going to do here on the Discord is we're going to have a Thomas Morgan room. And finally, I'm going to have...
It'd be great if he could join and put him up there.
I would love for him to be able to join us in this room. I would love to hear his voice. But I want to encourage him. His talent...
Thomas, open up an Instagram or something,
Instagram,
man. Because it's free, it's easy. You just, you send the photos like you do, but you just upload them on Instagram.
Well, I think you ought to have someplace because his art would sell.
His art would sell, and he would get a lot of followers.
T-shirts, coffee mugs, anything like that.
He would get a lot of followers in general anyway, just because of the movement.
I have a Thomas Morgan original of the one I love.
Up
that
there.
one right up.
That one.
That one over there. On a T-shirt, and I just I love that drawing and that painting.
Thomas, we got to get you set up, man, because I'm telling you, people want to see your stuff, and there are ways out there you can get it to people.
And he goes, it's like
if he
wrote to me one time. He was out of watercolors. He's down to pencil and paper, and still producing something that, man, and like I mentioned the other day, and I love the fact that he's listening right now. That it's not just his political and magnificent mind that looks like it's somewhere out of I don't know, Alice in Wonderland or Clockwork Orange or somewhere he comes from. I don't know, but I just when he gets down to some of his, I know there's a word for it. There's a word for the kind of art that he does. It's real fine lines in black and white. Thomas knows, I'm sure. Anyway, it's spectacular. The detail.
The pin drawing.
Yes. Yeah. Of the Kraken coming out and taking a ship out of the water. In the detail in that, it blows me away. It blows me away.
That's a gift, I'll tell you.
T-shirts are still like hotcakes.
I think they would. Yeah. I think they would.
Posters, for God's sake.
Yeah.
You know,
I'd buy one.
Yeah,
I'd buy one in a hurry.
I got some from him today. Where is it?
You want me to go run and get them?
Yeah, run and go get them. Well, you're gonna have to do them because I can't do that right now.
Well, I gotta still get them anyway.
My arms are not cooperating with me today. Well, no, save them. I can just save them because I'll do them on my show. Because you're rolling the credits right now.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna save them?
Yeah, and I want to post them too. Okay. So Thomas, I'll look out, Bub. On my next show, I'll pull that out because I got two pieces of mail today. One from Thomas Morgan, and one from Buddy Davis. Thanks, boys. And Thomas Morgan's artwork is in there, and it's fantastic. I get because I do think we need to have a channel on there just for his work because I got a lot of it, and I want to just spread it. But I would love to have just a.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Is like I would love
Thomas
to see.
needs a store.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Etsy or something like not Etsy. What's the one we're doing?
Teespring.
Teespring.
Yeah, or something.
Teespring.
Here's the thing. The reason why I want to see him do it is because I want him to be getting the credit, you know? Yeah. I want him to be getting recognized and getting out there, not just for our Blue Dot family, but
for him?
Anybody outside of our Blue Dot family would love to see
you'd have money to buy paint.
Yeah. And even if you're not selling it doesn't matter. Just people need to see your work, man. Like, come on, dude.
And, I love the guy tremendously. He is a kick in the butt. But I love his talent. Anyway, Thomas, buddy, I thank you, and I'm glad you're out there every day. And hara, how do you say it? How do you say it?
Hoorah.
I think it is hara. Hara.
It's either hara or oorah. Timmy.
Hey, Sarah.
Harara Timmy has subscribed to our YouTube channel. And if I screwed up your name, baby, I am so sorry. Harara. My mouth doesn't work sometimes, baby. Try pronouncing my name.
Then stop it.
Yeah.
Practice off the air.
When you're digging a hole, quit digging. Stop it already. Thank you very
You're
much.
in too deep already, okay?
Where are
Thank
you
you
at?
so
I
much
don't
for
know. I
subscribing,
can't see the
baby.
top. Well, you're too far.
Yeah, that's it. If I gave you a list of all the shit I can't do, it'd be a long list.
Oh, concentrate on what you can do. John.
I'm trying, baby, every day, but I don't know. Squirrel.
Well, that's a good note to start talking about the lovely Patreon scrolling across the screen at the moment.
Those are our Patreon members scrolling. You updated that, didn't you?
Of course I did.
Of course you did, because that's just
Yes,
Those are
I
our
saw
Patreon
that.
members that donate to this family, to to us. Jesus, my mouth don't work. That donate every month, $1 a month. We appreciate it so much. Some much more than that. We appreciate it tremendously. The support has gone on for so long, and Maria Betancourt just jumped in there before we go out the door. She just donated $5 and says, CNN breaking news. Trump again vows to, dominate the streets. So saith Maria Betancourt. Are you shitting me? Dominate the street. Are you asshole? That is the talk of a dictator. That's the talk of a dictator. That's who he is. That's who he freaking is.
He said something
Dominate
about
the
Seattle,
street.
Washington today. Like, oh, if they can't get this stuff under control, I will get it under control.
Yeah, he thinks he's a big ass.
He's a fucking
That's his game.
asshole.
That's his
Is
game.
that like him? Is that like him running into the school with the gun, like
Yeah.
he said he would after
Yeah.
Parkland?
Yeah.
Because I
Like
can
that.
remember just a week ago he was being a bunker bitch.
Yeah.
I think he still is. Who was it?
I
Somebody
like
asked him. Somebody told him to go back to the bunker.
I'd like to punch him in the
Gotta
nose.
remember,
I would.
he's
I would
in
love,
it-
so love to
he's in
slap
He's in
the.
his playpen right now with his binky and his blankie
It was some politician.
and his rattle.
Darn it, I can't remember who right now. Some politician.
Or maybe he's playing with himself
Hey,
if
you
he
know
can
what?
find it.
What they said up in Seattle after he said that, I don't know who it was. It was the mayor or what. They said, "Oh, go back into your bunker."
Somebody said
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Just go back to your bunker.
Yep.
Go hide under the.
Uh-huh.
That was the
couch.
governor.
Governor of
The governor
Ohio.
of Washington.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Inslee.
Yep, get Jay Inslee.
That's good. There you go. That's what they need to tell him.
I like him. I like Inslee. He's a good guy.
Yes, I do too. He earned a lot of respect. He was one of the first ones to react the right way to this, and that's a whole other. This whole thing is not going away. It's coming back. There's getting spikes all over the country, and we can only
he's
expect.
a big advocate for climate change too. Huge advocate for it.
Good, because that's where we need the youth of this nation to step up, baby. Because you got to save it from everything we did to it.
John, I'd like to call out Miss Nomad in the YouTube chat. She wants to start something.
What?
She's already in this group. Hashtag Bye Dawn.
Bye, Don. Hashtag Bye,
It's about
Don.
getting Trump out of
Bye,
the
Don.
White House. Hashtag Bye Dawn.
BYEDON. Bye, Don. Bye. See you later.
Bye,
Bye,
Donnie.
Donnie.
Don't forget to write
Good
for
riddance.
prison. Yeah, it's thank you, Miss Nomad. Commander
Don't
Blue Wave
drop the soap.
is the one that keeps us in line here in this office, thanks to Miss Nomad, who arranged for his transfer to our facility. So we really appreciate that. It's a pride item sitting on my desk, baby. Yep, keeps us in line. Anyway, where was I? I never know where I'm at.
Well, we were
Somebody
talking
has
about
to stop
Patriots
telling me.
earlier, but
Patriots?
Patreons. We were talking about the
Patreon.
Patreons earlier.
Patreon members. We love every one of you. Thank you very much.
And to those who were generous.
And very generous tonight. That is
we
very
appreciate
kind of
you
y'all.
guys too.
Yeah, things will change around here because of y'all's generosity. As a matter of fact, we didn't get the adapters today.
No, not today.
God
Oh, no,
damn it.
I forgot to tell you about that. Somewhere, something happened with our shit, so they're having to send replacements.
Something happened to my shit.
Yeah, don't know what.
Yeah, I know what happened to my shit. They didn't send it to me.
Yeah, so
God damn it.
it'll get here.
I want Amazon now. I've seen it on TV. Amazon now. You order something, boom, there's a drone right outside your door right after you hit the button. It's got the item right there. Amazon
I don't know
now.
if I want drones
now.
flying in this property. There's too many trees for them to get fucked
Hey,
up.
they'll
in.
figure that shit out. They'll have
sooner or later.
They'll have
they will.
Starlink navigate all the drones. They'll be zipping all over the place with Amazon packages dropping.
Now we don't need Skynet.
Yeah, that's what I was literally thinking of. Skynet.
Starlink.
No, we don't want.
Starlink.
We don't want
Starlink.
Skynet because that's what it could be.
What is Starnet?
Skynet is Terminator.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Be Buck.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I of course I did.
Hey, put that cookie down.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I remember that line in the movie. What did he say? Put the cookie down.
That was Kindergarten Cop, right?
Yeah, that was Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah, I seen that one
cookie
too.
down.
I think
Shut
I did
up.
see that one. I think I did see that one. I need to catch up on movies. There are a few I want to watch. I want to catch. I'm way behind on my book reading because that's what I really need to do is go sit down by the river for a while and read a bit, educate myself. So, you ain't never too old to learn, I guess. Anyway, I guess that's about it. We're gonna run. Shit, it's only 7:15. Man, I thought it was
It's
like
8:17 over here.
8:15 there.
8:15. Well, I'm sure
You need to move over here.
Don't worry, Johnny. Our clock is right. Dad's is off by 2 minutes. Dad's wearing
You're in the
wrist wa-
future.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't lived your time yet. See, I haven't got there. Yet.
See, you'd be ahead of the ball game. Think about that.
That's right.
Ahead. Get it?
Yeah, I get it. There's always a
Well, I had
secret
to
message
explain
in
it
there.
to you.
I know. Anyway, when a bill becomes law, I didn't see that conversation, but it just reminds me. When injustice becomes law, resistance becomes duty. That's what we are.
Amen.
And that's what this has been since the beginning, since this family formed. When injustice becomes law, and that's what we saw in the election of Donald Trump. Corruption, lies, disdain for the people that he
That Donnie Trump.
Huh? Oh, I said dog. Yeah, good boy, Mark. Good boy. Bite him again, Mark. Get him, buddy. You ain't got a. You need a damn it doll. You need a damn it doll to get down there with Mark. Hey,
That's
where's my
Mork.
damn it
He's
doll?
the damn it doll. He basically just Mork. Arf.
I moved him out of the. Need to get him one of these so he can play tug of war with his head. Anyway, that's about it. I guess we're gonna wrap it up. I love every one of y'all for coming in and visiting. Bernadette, thank you very much for being here. Always, your voice is always appreciated here. And Bill Jones.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate it, bub. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being
Always
a
a
member of this
pleasure.
family. I'll be
Always
checking
a
my
pleasure.
I'll be checking my mailbox, buddy. I'm in anticipation. You done laid it out on.
No
I'm looking
worries.
forward to it now. I'll call my mailman.
No
in the
worries,
morning.
brother.
Where's my mail? Anyway, John I Fly. As always, thank you, buddy. We appreciate your presence here and your conversation. Not really, but we like to tell you that anyway. But yeah, we.
At least you tell me.
I love you, buddy. You know it.
We
And
appreciate you too.
thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. And S.C. Smith up in Florida.
Yes, sir. I
Take care
appreciate
of
it.
Tallahassee, buddy. Take some time out for yourself. We hope your friend navigates through this time in his life the best way possible, and that the outcome is great. And but the journey's going to be rough, and I know he's got a good friend in you.
I
So that
appreciate
gives
it.
me a little comfort, buddy.
Thanks for letting me hang out, everybody.
Well,
Appreciate it.
don't run away. Head up to the blue room right after the show.
I'll be
Yeah.
there.
All right, good deal.
Our hearts are with you.
And TW, our own singing cowboy, thank you very much, buddy. We always appreciate you being here. And Mark. Tell Mark we appreciate it too.
Yep.
He can hear you.
Yeah, good boy, Mark. There you go.
We also want to thank Mitch and
Mitch Goldstein
and Dennis for coming by
and
earlier.
Dennis
they both had
Valadez.
to jet at one point.
Yeah,
So.
they left us.
Yeah.
They left me all alone, and there's a tear in my. Okay. Anyway, I love y'all very much. Thank you for coming in here. Y'all know what tomorrow is. It's Beer and Bud Friday, so put the beer on the ice, put the bud in the bowl, get it ready, and believe me, I'll have a few. Yeah, I'll try to watch my blood pressure tomorrow, and I'll have my rant. The next Blue Dot family meeting will be here on Sunday night, baby. We appreciate every one of you coming. Come back. Was there something you was waving at?
No.
Oh, I thought you were just scratching your head.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm doing is scratching my head. You thought I was waving at you, but you just said you thought I was scratching my head. Well, I am scratching my head. I'm definitely not waving at you.
All right. I love you. Y'all take care. Y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
There you
Good
go.
night, everybody.
We'll see y'all later. Love you.